National Association of Community Health Centers. Melissa here from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm going to lead you in a very gentle and slow yoga practice for the next hour to celebrate wellness. First week of August. Let's see, I am not originally from Nashville. I lived in Boston for a really long time. And the Fenway Community Health Center, which was right around the corner from my apartment on Hemingway Street, was a lifesaver, game changer for me in my early 20s. I didn't have health insurance. I had no idea how going to a doctor, getting a blood test for my wedding worked, and you guys saved me many times, as I know all your sister and brother organizations around the country have helped countless young adults and older adults, all ages, all shapes, all sizes, through taking care of ourselves. And so that's what I'm going to do with you guys today. Just for an hour. If you've practiced yoga a lot, this will be very familiar. It'll feel great. If you've never practiced yoga before, it might feel a little awkward at times, I have to be honest, but you will feel relaxed and great. So I'm just going to set my camera up here in my yoga studio of lights, my tripod. It's become our universe now, right? The Zoom and the tripod, and there we go. Nice. So we're going to settle onto our designated yoga space. So I've got a yoga mat. You know, I've been teaching yoga almost 10 years, so I have many mats, but I know that all of us don't have a yoga mat at home. So if you don't, not a big deal. You can put a towel out or a blanket. Just find a designated space. It's really nice to just kind of set the tone. And so another way to do that is, I love candles, incense, essential oils, right? Everyone on the planet loves essential oils right now. This one's one of my favorites. It's by a brand called Oracacia, and it's called Chill Pill. And it's lavender orange, super soothing. I especially love it because I can buy it at Target. And I know that everywhere around the country where there's a community health center, there is a Target as well. There's probably many. So, you know, you can just kind of open it up. If you have a diffuser, use that. Maybe just put a little underneath your nostrils, pulse points. It helps right away to assist in the relaxation that we're going for. I have some more tools that I like to use. When you're in a traditional yoga studio, there will be traditional yoga props. There will be eye pillows. If you don't have an eye pillow, which you would use to cover your vision in Shavasana, which is the best pose, the last pose where we will lie and rest, you can use a washcloth. So I like to take a washcloth and fold it into thirds, and then I just have it next to my mat. It's ready for me, ready for the end of class. A towel is a great yoga blanket. It can be used underneath your head, again, for Shavasana, for resting. I focus on that a lot because it's so important and it just feels great. You could also use this to roll up and maybe use underneath a knee. Just a nice support. Also, a pillow. If you don't have an official meditation pillow, don't worry. You can just grab a comfy one off your bed and use that, or maybe grab it off the couch. And then oftentimes in yoga studios, you'll see yoga blocks, and they sell them everywhere. Again, Target, TJ Maxx carries them. But if you don't have a block, which is simply a tool to elevate the earth up to your hands, you can use anything from your pantry. A can of tomatoes, soup can, maybe a book is all that you have available. Again, there's so many ways to utilize tools right around you to make them work. Okay, so give you a moment to grab anything you need, a towel, a pillow, and then we're gonna just all get started in this comfortable seated position. So the yogis call this in Sanskrit Sukhasana, and it translates to comfortable seat. But for some of us, this crisscross applesauce, which is what the preschool yogis call the pose. It doesn't feel great on the knees. And so sometimes helping that, it, you can elevate your hips. So that's where the pillow can come in handy. So we can just come up on the pillow. And so you just ask yourself, how do my knees feel? How does this feel? Is it an actual comfortable seat? And if the answer is no, if your knees are still talking to you, you might just lean back and extend your legs straight out in front of you, completely decompressing the knees. Again, comfortable seat. I want you to focus on that. So just find your comfortable seat, and you're going to relax your shoulders and turn your palms to face up on your knees. And so your fingers are melded together and you create this cup with the palm of your hands. In Sanskrit, this is called prana mudra. So mudras are sealing gestures in our body. They're primarily found in our hands. And this one symbolizes being receptive. So I appreciate all of you for being receptive to this offering today. Very important. And this is just a nice gesture to the universe saying that you are receptive. So relax the shoulders, and if you can, close your eyes if that makes you dizzy. And it often can in places like here in the South, in Nashville, where allergies are rampant and you can feel dizzy a lot. You just soften your gaze. So just nice and soft, and you focus on the tip of your nose. But if you can close your eyes, you're going to focus on what's called the drishti, which is the gaze. And here it's the inner gaze. If your eyes are open a little bit or a lot, you're also focusing on the drishti. It'll be right at the tip of your nose. But if you can, I'd really like you to focus on the seat of your mind. So let's inhale here through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale through the nose. Again, exhale out the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. So as you take this cleansing breath, again, inhaling through the nose and exhaling soft out the mouth, let that breath act as a release and a relief of any stagnant energy you might have been holding on to as you prepared for this practice right here, right now. Four to six counts in. 4 to 6 counts out. Inhale. Exhale. So if your eyes are closed, as you exhale, I'd like you to focus on the seat of your mind, and you can visualize it expanding as you breathe. Each exhalation invites this space to enlarge. And maybe you have enough room to place a light there to radiate this space. One more breath of release here. And then we'll close the mouth and press the tip of the tongue at the roof just behind your two front teeth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale. Exhale. 4 to 6 counts in. 4 to 6 counts out. Inhale. Exhale. This is the warrior's breath. Yogic Sanskrit refers to it as the Ujjayi. You'll notice as you exhale this very slight constricting action at the back of your throat that creates a soft whisper. It almost sounds like the ocean. The wave of your practice. On the next breath, release your left hand from your left knee and press it palm down at your heart center. Let your chin reach towards the heart as you breathe. Inhale. Exhale. The right hand releases from the right knee and presses on top of the left in a securing action. Reach your chin a little closer to the heart again as you breathe. Inhale. Exhale. As you connect here, again, riding the wave and the rhythm of your breath to the essence of your heart that you're directly holding in your hands. Allow these elements to combine and guide you towards setting a personal intention for our practice together. The intention might be a word. Maybe it's someone you love who loves you. There's no right or wrong, and it's entirely personal. Hands now release from the heart. Keep your eyes closed. Press your palms together. This is called Anjali Mudra, and it's the prayer position. It translates to directly from the heart. So touch the thumbs to the heart here. And then inhale, lift them up so they can press into the forehead in that spot between the brow. And here we think about our sisters and our brothers that are in need at this moment. And through a generous act of karma yoga, dedicate a great portion of our practice to them. And then opening the eyes, let's bring the hands back down to the heart center. And then you release the palms to face down on the knees. It's the opposite of where we were when class started. Inhale your heart, chest and chin forward. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. 4 to 6 counts in as your heart reaches forward. And then 4 to 6 counts out as you bring chin to chest. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. 1 more time. We're waking up the spine. Inhale and exhale. Come back to neutral. Again, your comfortable seat, and this can be done with the legs extended in front of you. You're going to keep your left hand grounded on the left knee. Reach your right hand up to the sky. And as you do this, you want to make sure the shoulder relaxes. Sometimes it'll caterpillar its way up to the ear, but we really want to create all this length, all this space in our body. Inhale, nice and tall here. Exhale, let the hand drape above your left ear. And then you're going to gently pull right ear to right shoulder. So you're obviously creating all this length on the side of your neck, but can you do it on this right side too? Again, you don't want to crunch the elbow up to the ear. This is going to feel really good. We're spending a lot of time at the desk, a lot of time looking at Zoom. So let's come back up to sitting tall, and you're going to adjust your hand now. Point your elbow towards the Zoom, and then pull chin to chest. Again, it's very important to open up the neck in this way. In addition to all the sitting we're doing, all the zooming we're doing, present zooming excluded. The cameras that are now in our cars are eliminating the use of these muscles of our neck. So we've got to literally take it into our own hands. Okay, let's come back up to neutral. And then you're going to bring the right hand back to the right knee. And let's take that cat-cow flexion of the spine again. Inhale the heart, chest, and chin forward. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. So let's come back to neutral. Keep the right hand at the right knee. Left hand reaches up to the sky. So we took the right side. It means we attempt the left, but it's a totally new pose. Let the hand drape just above your right ear, and you pull left ear to left shoulder. You create the union, the symmetry of the yoga practice by attempting both sides. They don't have to mirror each other. And more often than not, they won't, because our bodies are perfectly imperfect. Come back up to the neutral seat. Again, you're going to adjust your hand. Press it flat on the top of the skull. Elbow points towards the Zoom. And then you pull the chin to the chest here. Again, so important to create all this space and open the neck up in this way. One more breath, chin to chest, chin to the heart. And let's come back up to center. This time you're just going to adjust that left hand to the back of the skull. Your right hand is going to meet it. Inhale, open your elbows like wings and offer your heart forward. Exhale, coil in. You try to reach your elbows towards each other as you scoop your belly and take that cat spine. Again, inhale, reach the heart forth. Exhale, coil it in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, opening it up. And then exhale, coil it in. Nice. So let's come back to neutral and caterpillar your fingers towards each other at the back of the skull so that they interlace. And then you're going to reach your hands with the interlaced fingers so the palms face up to the sky. I don't want it right above your head because that's going to create something a little or a lot awkward with your shoulders. So it's going to be a little bit in front of your head. Look up, you can see it, and relax your shoulders. Then bring the gaze or the drishti back to the tip of the nose. Inhale, as your hands reach up, your sits bones root down into the earth, and you feel energized completely up that center line. Again, inhale here, exhale, take the not twist, the side stretch to the right. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll twist in a little bit. Inhale, exhale, take it to the opposite side. Good. Let's bring it back to center as you inhale, and we'll take it again to the right side as you exhale. Inhale, back up to center, and then exhale to the right. And so we're going to do it again because one of the great yoga masters of the last century, Mr. Iyengar, said that this posture helps fight depression. So, right, we need all the help we can get right now. Little side stretch, smile here, reach up to the sky. Smiling also helps. And then reach forward. Easier said than done sometimes, though. So open up your shoulders here. Your hands are going to come down. Release the interlace. Inhale, reach out and up. As your hands touch above your head, this is called Jai, and it means victory. Exhale, very soft twist to the right side of your space. Inhale, reach out and up. Soft twist to the opposite side. It's going to feel different. And then reach out and up. Hands come together again through that victorious ceiling gesture. Pull the energy down to the heart. And then you're going to release your hands behind you. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. And I have to say, this pillow is so comfy. It's better than the meditation cushions I've paid a fortune for. So reach behind you and then reach your heart up. So you're broadcasting the intention that you set. Come back to neutral. Turn your fingers to face your hips. Lean back and switch the cross of your legs. They might be a little or a lot asleep. That's okay. It's the hardest part of learning how to sit and meditate, how to keep your legs from falling asleep. All right, inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale the hands to the heart center. Wonderful. Inhale, reach up through that center and interlace the fingers. Feels familiar. Reach up to the sky and then side stretch to the right. So maybe this time it's a little easier to smile. Opposite side. Good. Back to center. And then reach forward. Hands come down and they release from the interlace, reach out and up. We're returning to places we've been before. Soft twist again to the right. Inhale, reach out and up, and the soft twist to the left. This is how we're building the practice. Reach out and up. The hands come together and down into prayer position at the heart center. Again, touch the heart with the thumbs. That nice reminder of how fortunate we all are to be here sharing in this space. So let's bring your left hand again down to the left knee. Reach your right hand up to the sky. It's a little north-south directional pull, but you're going to bring the right hand to the back of the skull. So inhale, open the elbow to the right. Exhale, cross it to your left knee. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, cross. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Good. Come back up to neutral. Release the right hand to the right side of you. Left hand's going to release from the knee, and you'll reach up and over. And then come back up. We'll bring the left hand down. So this is a time when maybe you're going to grab that tool, maybe that can, that book, that block, and place it underneath the hand. It can help to elevate the earth. And then as you come back up, bring your right hand to the right knee. Left hand reaches up to the sky. North-south pull as you inhale. Exhale, let the hand settle at the back of the skull. Now you'll inhale, open your left elbow to the left. The heart reaches forward slightly. Exhale, coil in, reach your left elbow towards the right knee. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, let's take it to the right. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to neutral, release your left hand to the left side of you. And again, you can use a tool to elevate the earth up. Reach right hand up and we'll take it over. Side stretch, and then you come up and bring the right hand down and then take it to the opposite side. Nice. We're going to come back to center. And I'm going to invite just a very short moment of meditation in. It's very powerful to pause in the practice. Your non-dominant hand is going to create a cup at the base of your navel. So I write with my right hand. So it means my left hand is making this cup. I relax the shoulder and pull the elbow back. And then my right hand, my dominant hand, cups on top. Pull that elbow back, relax the shoulder, and then look down and just press your thumbs together. So this is another sealing gesture in your hands, and it directly symbolizes and invites meditation. It's called Dhyana Mudra. Close the eyes if you can, or just soften the gaze and connect to your breath. Inhale and exhale. 4 to 6 counts in. 4 to 6 counts out. So maybe you're thinking about the intention that you set at the beginning of our practice. Or maybe you're just overwhelmed with gratitude right now. Or anything else. One more breath here, inhaling and exhaling. And then bringing the hands back up to the heart center, the palms pressed together, prayer position. Reach up through the central channel. It's called the Sushumna line. And then soft twist to the right side of your space. Inhale, reach out and up. We'll take the soft twist to the opposite side. Inhale, reach out and up. Again, the hands come together victoriously. It's a victory to just be here. Hands back to the heart. And then release your hands behind you. Again, fingers turn and face whatever is back there. And you lift the heart up again, broadcasting whatever you're holding in your heart center at this moment. And then come back to neutral. Fingers turn to face your hips. You're going to lean back and step your feet in front of you. You can see that I've got this bend in the knees. So we're going to just sit here nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, heart guides you forward. And so you're going to utilize the thighs as a nice resting point. Your hands go wherever it's comfy. Comfy is a big theme for me in my yoga practice. So maybe your hands rest on the floor. Maybe you're on your feet and ankle. I like to grab a wrist because then I have this nice support and I can really let my head go. And we're just surrendering here. It's a supported, seated forward fold. Inhaling and exhaling. 4 to 6 counts in. 4 to 6 counts out. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath here. And then roll up nice and slow. You're still surrendering. There's this little bit of heaviness. And then we're going to come into what's called Dandasana, which is the seated staff pose. So extend your legs straight. I'm actually going to lean off to a side and give the pillow a little rest, but you know, I'll be using that again. So here we are in the staff pose. Your hands are on either side of you. Again, you could use one of your cans or a book or a yoga block underneath your hands here. But we're going to really play with our feet. So as you inhale, flex your feet, open the toes up to the sky. Exhale, point the toes. Probably feels a little or a lot awkward. Inhale, flex the feet. Exhale, point your toes. I was a dancer growing up. I did ballet and point. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point your toes. But man, oh man, it is very awkward for me to point my toes now. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale. I should have kept my toe shoes on. Exhale, point the toes. All right, so now we're going to find what one of my teachers calls the floint, and it's a flexi point in the feet. And so you find that it engages both the back and the fronts of your legs. It's a good neutral spot, the floint. As we embrace here the Dandasana staff pose. Inhale, sit as tall as you can. You can see I've got an L shape in my body. Exhale, very carefully walk your hands down either side of your legs. We're going into a fuller seated forward fold. only 30% of where you could go. So it's not a big distance. You know, for some of you yogis out there who know this pose in Sanskrit, it's called Paschimottanasana. You know, maybe your forehead just presses immediately into your calves. And there's others who are thinking, what? My forehead's never going to my calves. That's okay. We're all at the same place. It's very, very important to hold back sometimes. One more breath, your hands are pressing and deeply engaging into the earth, and then you just roll up. Keep your left leg extended in front of you. Bend your right knee and step the right foot to the inside of your left thigh. So if this is too much on your knee, this is a place you could grab your towel or your blanket and you could make a roll and place it underneath the knee. If that doesn't feel super comfortable either, you might step the foot down to the calf. If that's not feeling groovy, the leg can be extended, but it's extended away from the left leg. So extension, calf, or inside of the thigh. And again, you can always use something underneath your knee. So here you're going to bring your hands on either side of your left thigh, and I create a web with my fingers. I'm just touching my fingertips on the earth. Inhale. Line the heart up with the left leg, and that's going to give you length in the waist. Exhale, hinge over the left leg, but again, we're only going for 30%, but your hands are going to go flat on the earth, and I'd like you to press the base of the index fingers down. Inhale. Exhale. This is called the head to knee pose, Janu Shirshasana, but I like to refer to it as head to nowhere near the knee. Inhale and exhale. The breathing is the most important part. One more breath. And then roll up. You just walk your hands up. Together, we're going to grab the outside of the right knee. So even if your right leg was straight, you're going to bend the knee and you're going to step your right foot in front of your right hip. Make a fist with your left hand. It's a very compassionate yogic fist. And you place it on the ground between your foot and the left thigh. That's the distance that I'd like you to have there. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, very soft twist to the right. So maybe in this twist, you're just adhering to that 30%. Maybe your chin does go over the shoulder, but you're just cool and breezy, right? Holding it where you're comfortable. Or maybe your chin's over the shoulder, or maybe you're in one of the infinite places that I haven't suggested. One more breath here. And then we'll come back to center and nothing fancy. We're just going to extend the right leg and step the left foot to the inside of the thigh, maybe the calf, or maybe you're extended straight. Again, I love placing a blanket underneath my knee here. So comfortable. So your hands are on either side of the right leg. Inhale, line the heart up with it. Exhale, as you hinge forward, again, it's 30%. So even if you're very open and your head immediately goes to the calf or the knee, you're holding back today. I had a teacher years ago say, some yogis need to be opened up while others need to be put in a box. The blessing and the curse of being hyperflexible. One more breath here. Remember, you're pressing the base of your index fingers down. And then we're rolling it up. Grab now the outside of the left knee or bend the knee. Step the foot in front of the hip. Make that compassionate yogic fist with the right hand and place it between the foot and the right calf. Right thigh. Inhale, reach your right arm up, and then we'll twist. to the left side. So just find where your twist is. I don't want this to be anything strenuous. That whole myth of no pain, no gain. It's no pain and all gain in this practice. Keep breathing and keep connected to your intention, what you're holding in your heart. It's all of these elements combined with the asana, which is the physical part of the practice, that creates yoga. If you don't have these elements, then you are simply just stretching. So let's come back to center. And you're going to step your foot forward, your left foot forward about 4 to 6 inches. And then your right foot is going to step back to meet it. So I want the insides of your feet to touch and your knees to touch as well. So you can press your knees together. I'll spin around on my imaginary yoga teacher, Lazy Susan. Keep your right hand on the outside of the right knee, very firm. Inhale your left arm up to the sky, and then exhale, twist again to the right. So the twisting really comes from the navel. And just breathing here, seated twist variation. One more breath. And then you'll bring your left hand to the outside of the left knee. Again, you make sure the knees are pressed in together. Inhale your right hand up to the sky. Exhale, we'll take the twist to the left. Four to six counts in, 4 to 6 counts out. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath here. And then come back to center. Your hands release. You're facing your zoom. Hands on either side of you. Inhale. And then exhale again. The heart's going to guide you forward. And you come into this beautiful supported variation of the seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Another moment of meditation. It's very powerful to rest. And I know it goes against a lot of what we're fed from when we're born, or in our culture, again, that no pain, no gain. But there's so much value in stillness. There's so much value in taking a break, because the same way we created space in the seat of our mind through breathing, that's rest creates that space in your entire body, in your entire being, for all that light, all the intention. So let's roll up nice and slow. It's so slow that I've added 3 O's to the word. It's one of my bad yoga jokes, sorry. Hands on either side of you. Extend your legs out straight. Again, inhale, flex your feet. Exhale, point your toes. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point the toes. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, flex your feet. Exhale, point your toes. Good. Lean back, bring your feet in front of you with your knees bent, and then you just rock to your right or your left side, and you're going to swing your knees around. And we're going to come into what's called the tabletop position. So I'm going to pad my knees here with a towel. You could use a blanket. Maybe some of you have a knee pad. They make them specifically for yoga mats, but anything works. And I really encourage you, if you have sensitive knees, to do this. I'm speaking from experience. My knees are extremely sensitive. And once I turned 40, it was just, it was a long way down for my knees. So very, very important to protect them and pad them. And if you don't, what happens is, and again, I'm speaking from experience, you spend the entire time we're on our knees thinking about when we're going to get off of our knees. So you never want to concentrate that much energy into one place in your body. You want to invite the energy again to flow through. That's what creating the space is about. We're awakening this energy called prana, which is life force. And by working on our breath and working on these physical postures, even when they're subtle and softer, you're creating the space for this prana to flow. If you again, ignore something that hurts, something that's too strenuous, that's going to create a blockage, and we just want to avoid that. So that was my spiel about protecting your knees. So your knees are going to be slightly behind your hips, and I like to flex my feet here. Keep the toes tucked under for added stability. My hands are just a little wider, a smidge wider than my shoulders, so that I can adjust them and make the wrist crease parallel to the top of my mat space. And we'll take the cat-cow flexion of the spine here, very traditional. Inhale, heart, chest, and chin up as your hips press up. You're pressing your hands down. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. 4 to 6 counts in. 4 to 6 counts out. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. So let's come back to the tabletop neutral spine and walk your hands forward one handprint, but keep this alignment where the wrist crease is parallel to the top of your mat. It's very important. So as you inhale one more time, let's float your shoulders right above your wrists and then lower to the ground one piece. Your elbows hover in at your ribs as you do this. It's called Chaturanga Dandasana, 8 points. Tops of the feet press down here along with your forehead. And on the next inhalation, you're going to come just into a baby cobra. And then come back to the earth. Let's take another baby cobra, but this time gaze over your right shoulder, or as much as you can towards the right. Inhale, baby cobra, take it to the left side of your space. And then come back down to the earth. Let your big toes touch each other. Right heel goes to the right, left to the left. And then you'll stack your palms underneath your forehead. Rest your forehead. And this is called the resting cobra. And it's a goodie. It's one of my favorite poses. So you're holding the resting cobra. I'm rolling up here because I'm going to just demonstrate on my beautiful wall of lights. I feel like Vanna White on Wheel of Fortune here. So on your next breath, just separate your feet. The tops of the feet are still pressing into the earth, but your toes are all facing the back of your mat space. Lift your head up and keep your left palm underneath your forehead. I'm going to stand and show you on the wall here. You press your forehead back down into your left hand, and you're going to bend your right knee. So reach back for your right foot. If you can grab it, you grab it. And you can pull the heel towards the glute, or maybe your hand is just reaching and it's grazing the foot. Maybe you're somewhere in the middle. So many infinite choices. One more breath here. And then you're going to just release your right foot, or bring your right hand to the ground, and you roll to your left hip, and your right knee is going to go to the right side of your space. Again, I'll demonstrate up on the wall. You create this cactus shape with your arms, and the left side of your face rests on the earth. You're here. A 90-degree angle is great with the right knee, but if that's not available today, that's okay. This is the side rest. And so anytime a rest is involved in the title of a pose, I encourage you to try to close your eyes. Again, there's so much power in pausing in our practice. Again, you're breathing 4 to 6 counts in, 4 to 6 counts out, inhaling and exhaling. One more breath. And then let's bring the right leg back to extending behind you, just like the left leg is. Stack the palms underneath the forehead again for that self-created pillow. Big toes touch, heels drape to their corresponding side. Let's take the resting cobra for 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. And then you'll keep the right hand under the forehead. So your right elbow points to the right side of your space. Bend your left knee, reach back for the left foot if you can. Maybe you're bending your left knee and your hand is reaching back and you're not touching the foot. That's okay. It's the intention. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath here. And then very light, lift your head up. Your left knee goes to the left side of your space, and you create this cactus shape with the hands and forearms pressing into the earth. The right side of your face rests on the ground. It's nice and cooling. And your gaze is to that left side, but probably you're focusing on the seat of your mind with your eyes closed. In Sanskrit, this is called Parshva Shavasana, side rest. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath here. And then I want you to just make your way onto your back. So turn over. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's only ever wrong if you're hurting yourself, if you're injuring yourself. And that's why I encourage you to never go to that strenuous place. So again, you could use a little very light blanket underneath your head here to support your neck. And we're just going to bring our knees into our chest for a nice hug. Rock from side to side, inhaling and exhaling. And then you're going to stand on the earth with your left foot in front of your left hip. The left hand will rest at the left hip point. Flex your right foot, and if you can, grab the outside or the inside of the right foot. If that's not available, you grab your calf, maybe you're under the knee or the thigh. It's called half of a happy baby. You're gesturing your knee towards the right underarm, towards the earth. It doesn't have to be anywhere near there. And this is probably one of my least favorite named postures, because I think we all know there's no such thing as half of a happy baby. Teenagers too. It's all or nothing. And then pass your flexed right foot to your left hand to the outside of your right knee. And we just take a little cradle from side to side. Again, keep that right foot flexed. Very carefully here, place the outside of your right ankle above your left knee. Keep that foot flexed. It's very important. And then the heels of your hands are going to go to your hip points. This is a variation of the reclined king pigeon, breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. One more breath. And then hug your right knee back into your chest. If you can, interlace the fingers underneath the front of the right knee. And then extend your left leg straight onto the earth. Point your left toes. One more breath. And then bend your left knee and let's come into a hug again. But this time let your forehead reach towards both your knees. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Let your right foot stand on the ground in front of your right hip. The right hip point rests there. Flex your left foot, and we come into that half happy baby on the left side. And so just like with twisting, your hips immediately tell you which one is more open. And it's never a judgment in your body, it's just an observation. Nice. Pass your flexed left foot to the right hand, left hand to the outside of that knee, and we'll just take that cradle from side to side. Carefully place the outside of the left ankle above your right knee. Again, I can't stress how important it is to keep that left foot flexed. It's going to protect that knee. Heels of the hands come to the hip points here, and you breathe into this variation of the reclined king pigeon, the Sanskrit mouthful of Supta Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath here. And then we bring the left knee back in. Interlace if you can underneath the front of the knee. If that's not feeling groovy in this practice, you can go underneath the thigh and pull in. But let's just try to go under the front of the knee. So as you pull in, let's extend the right leg straight and point the toes. Again, it probably feels a little awkward, but that's okay. So little awkwardness is okay, but pain, not okay. One more breath. And then we'll bring the knees back into the chest again for the hug and let your forehead reach towards both your knees. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders, and then lower your feet to the ground. So you're going to press your feet and your hands down, lift your hips and scoot them to the right, and then lift the knees up, they're together, and you let them drop to the left side. So again, you want your hips to the right, your knees are to the left. Left hand can help the outside of the right knee, and your right hand reaches out to the right side of your space with the palm up. Just like when we started practice, being receptive to all the beauty and all the courage that we've tapped into through our practice today. As we seal our practice with the supine twist. Now release the right knee from the left hand. Let's ground the feet onto the earth. And you just scoot the hips to the left side and you invite the knees to the right. So now the right hand goes to the outside of the left knee and your left hand is palm up to the left. Again, being receptive. As we breathe into the space. One more breath. And then release the left knee with the right hand. You're going to bring your feet grounded a little bit wider onto your mat. And then you just let the knees windshield wipe from side to side. Inhaling and exhaling soft out the mouth. Inhale, even softer. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And so let's come back to center. Widen your feet a little bit more so they're just as wide as your mat or your towel, or they're just going to be a little bit wider than your knees. And then let your knees drape in towards each other. Your right hand is going to rest right below your belly button at the base of the navel. And then the left hand is going to return to pressing into the heart center. So we'll take 3 more of those cleansing breaths here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, soft out the mouth. Inhale. Even softer. Inhale. Soft. And so I invite you here to take the rest posture, Shavasana. So if you have a pillow, this is a wonderful opportunity to utilize it underneath your knees. You can roll up for a little bit and set that up underneath your knees, and then grab your eye pillow or your washcloth. And as you lie down, you can place it on your eyes to eliminate the sense of sight. Traditionally, in this rest place, the palms are face up on either side of you. Your legs take a slight external rotation. But if the palms up doesn't feel comfortable, find that place that feels good. Maybe your palms press down. Maybe you return to the belly with one hand. You can also use a blanket to contain the heat that you've created. It's entirely up to you. Shavasana translates to corpse, and that's the permission we have to surrender here in the pose. You let go of all of your senses, all of your cells. And you release. Start to deepen your breath. Slowly wake up your fingers, wake up your toes. Inhale, exhale. Circle your wrists, circle your ankles. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach your arms above your head like a morning stretch, and exhale with a big sigh out the mouth. Step your feet onto the earth and point your knees up to the sky, and with your eyes closed, gently rock to the right side of your space. And to take a few breaths here to savor these final few moments of stillness in this ultimate position of comfort and of warmth. When you're ready, with your eyes closed, at your own pace, on your own path, make your way up to a comfortable seat. If your eyes opened on the way up, simply reclose them and invite your hands to meet at your heart center one more time. Prayer position from the heart. Anjali Mudra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of our own lives contribute to that happiness and that freedom for everyone. I thank all of you for so generously sharing in the joyful space of your practice with me. As always, I end by wishing peace, light, and blessings. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. In loving awareness, I wish you all that light in me. Namaste, my friends. Thank you. Namaste. Melissa Eltringham, so honored to share in this space with you. Please find me. I'm on Instagram, Melissa Eltringham Yoga. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for everything. Peace and love to all of you. Peace.